welcome back. So how was your first memory writing experience? What happened? Did you love just thinking about holidays? Did you pick one in particular, or did your mind go crazy and you wanted to talk about a lot? And what was the reaction of who you shared it with? So after we finished this last video, I actually went ahead and shared those pictures with my kids. Remember the one of them on the float? And they, all of a sudden, their reaction was, "What, Mom? That was how long ago?" Because there was a year 2000 written on that picture, and they were like, "It was 19 years ago, Mom? How did that happen?" And we started talking about that. So, even kids that remember those things, the reactions are just priceless, and it got us going in a conversation. So I hope you had something like that too. How did it make you feel? What did you remember when you were writing those things down or sharing them or videoing something to somebody? What did you feel, and did you enjoy that interaction? It's just the beginning. There's so many more, and it's just so much fun to get them written down and be able to talk about them again and just reach out to people. You find a bond again, and you find a lot of things that you haven't talked about for a while that's fun to bring up. And everybody's different perspective on that. So how did you deliver it? Did you write it? Did you email it? Did you call somebody up? Did you send them a picture? Did you Marco Polo? I hope you found something that worked for you, and I hope you try a few more ways over these next few lessons. So today our subject is going to be treats. And I'm doing this right now, and I'm thinking to myself, you know how they say you should never go grocery shopping when you're hungry on a hungry stomach, I guess? You probably shouldn't talk about treats when you're hungry either, because right now I'm starving, and I'm just thinking about all these yummy things, and I'm just wanting to go barge into the chocolate store. But when I think of a treat, I immediately think of a sweet treat. I don't know about you. You might live on a higher plane than me, and you're thinking of something healthy, but sweet is what I think of first and foremost. And so I wanted to ask you, what kind of treats do you share with your family, your friends, and what can you remember and talk about? Do you have like a favorite snack? When my kids were little, we used to make snack plates. And honestly, we kind of got a little healthy. We would have fruit and pretzels and string cheese and candy, and they would eat a lot of snack plates because we wouldn't cook whole meals all the time. So snack plates are good. Maybe you have a favorite mix that you put together. There's one we have called Christmas Crack that's pretty scary, and you could really eat a whole bowl of it. My friend makes something called white trash. Oh, to die for. But maybe you have a favorite treat that you share as a family, a snack of that sort. What about cookies, cakes, things like that? I have a cake that I have made for my kids for years for their birthday, and we have used this recipe in a lot of different events. So we have a chocolate chip cake is what we call it, that we have made it in a bundt, and I may have talked about this before, but in a bundt pan. We've made it into cupcakes. We sometimes frost it. Most of the time we don't, because we just pull it out and start eating it. So good, in so many different ways we've shared that. So not only do we have the memory of the cake, but we have the memory of the different birthdays, or the time that it won a sweepstakes ribbon at the state fair for my daughter. Lots of different reasons and stories that evolve around that cake. We have an ice cream place that just opened up close to where my youngest daughter lives. They make the most incredible ice cream, and I will put a picture of that on this for you as well. So we have memories already of making that trip and being some of their first customers at this ice cream place. What was interesting about that is they were doing a giveaway on their Instagram page. It was one of their first. They asked my daughter and I to actually go ahead and draw the names for them. So that was really a lot of fun. So we not only have the memory of this yummy, yummy ice cream, but it was a debut to be on social media with them. So that was a good time. Maybe you've made cookies. I have some chocolate chip cookies that I love, and I made them so many times when the kids were growing up, and we have taken them to so many events and given them to so many people. We kind of were famous at them for a while. And then the funny story is my oven went out, and I got a new stove, and this oven doesn't cook or doesn't bake cookies like my old oven. So I have had this torturous experience with cookies since. So although I love them, I've had to learn how to remake them. So there's some stories there that I could share that have been pretty funny. Another one, and I'll put a picture of this one into this peach trifle. So as you may or may not know, I grew up on a farm, and we still sell a lot of produce. We sell peaches in the summer. And I found this recipe this year for a peach trifle, which has now become a new family favorite. And it's just the chance of trying something new. So when you think back about some of the recipes or some of the things that take you back to a kitchen somewhere with maybe your grandma or your mom or your dad, maybe it's the barbecue and that's a really great treat, or maybe it's warm bread or a warm pie that you smell when you walk into your grandma's house. Think about those places, not only the treat, but think about the activities and the events that went along with it. So this week when you write or share this story, try to maybe use a different method. See if there's something that fits a little bit better with your family or with maybe that individual. And here's something else that I thought would be kind of cool to do as well. Why don't you come up with maybe a physical memory? And what I mean by that is, sure, you can make the cookies, you can make the pie, the cake, and share it. That would be great. As well as writing about what you remember and the feelings you had maybe as when you were a kid or when you were doing this with your own children. You could do that, but also, do you have a recipe that maybe your grandma made? And do you have that recipe written in her handwriting somewhere? What if you took that, scanned it in, made copies, and framed that recipe for your siblings? Something that they could hang in their kitchen or somewhere in their home that would have the recipe of Grandma's cookies. Just think of that physical memory that they would remember every time they walk past it. And it's just another way of providing those for the people that you love. Just another method to do it. So this time I'm also going to include in the attachment section kind of a little write-up. This is something that will give you some ideas. You can go back after you've watched this video and read through that. It'll give you some ideas of what to write about when it comes to treats. And it's just a resource. So if you do want to spread this out and have other people help you, you could share this particular page and you all could write something down and maybe share all the memories of your favorite treats with your mom or with your dad or with whomever. Just find the ways that work best for you, and I look forward to hearing how much you enjoy sharing these memories. Also, I think I'm going to go grab some chocolate because this has made me really hungry. Hope you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. We'll be back. Bye.